Alright, what's going on, y'all? It's Cooper here, one half of FCSN, and the NFL draft is just a few days away. I'm hyped up for it. And I decided to do another mock draft just because there's a lot of pre-draft rumors. Some guys are building some hype, some guys are falling. And there's just some new picks that have been out there, and some new takes that I have on some people. But I want to do a little bit different of a format. This is a live mock draft simulator by fanspeak.com. I'll link it down in the description below. I've done it like 3 or 4 times now just to mess around with it and see how it works. You get a different scenario every time. There's some surprising picks, but they're all realistic and they all make sense. It's not like they're just drafting random players. Every pick on here is something that can realistically happen. So we'll go ahead and get it started. Basically what you do is you pick your favorite team or any team you'd like to go through the draft and get the scenarios and what you would do with them. So I'm going to go ahead and pick me in fourth team, the Jacksonville Jaguars, picking 3rd overall in the 1st round. And go ahead and get the thing started. And you can do 1 round or you can do 7 rounds. It doesn't matter. It's whatever you want to do. I'm going to do a full 7-round mock draft just because, I don't know, why not? So let's go ahead and jump into it. Just going to use their format. I think you can use other formats and give you different kind of layouts, but it really doesn't matter to me. So let's go ahead and get it started. We're going to pick 3rd overall and see who we get. Jameis Winston 1, Marcus Mariota 2. So at this point in time, I'm sure, in my opinion, if this were to happen, in real life, you can't trade in this. I think the Jaguars would trade down with someone possibly wanting Leonard Williams, and then they take a pass rusher, somebody like that they like, maybe Bud Dupree, maybe Vic Beasley, maybe even Randy Gregory, and possibly let's be in the top 10. But somebody who want Leonard Williams. I don't think Leonard Williams is the best fit for the Jaguars. I think the Jaguars really need that Leo, the guy to come off the edge, or a wide receiver. So I think. It'll be between, well, I'm thinking right now it's between Vic Beasley and Amari Cooper. I'm going to go with Vic Beasley just because the couple times I've done this, if I've taken Amari Cooper, all of the good pass rushers are off the board by the end of the 1st round, and there's still a deep wide receiver class behind it. There are a lot of good pass rushers, but everyone wants one. So I'm going to go ahead and take one while I can. I know Leonard Williams is the best player in the draft in a lot of people's opinions, but Vic Beasley, that true speed edge rusher, really like his game a lot. He can really come off that edge. And just be that guy that can wreak some havoc the Jaguars desperately need. And the Jaguars have sent Derek Marks now at that spot that Leonard Williams is going to play. Leonard Williams, of course, is a special talent, but like I said, I don't like that pick necessarily for the fit. And going with number 2 pick with the Tennessee Titans, that pick, in my opinion, will dictate the entire NFL draft on just the first day. The 1st round. It's going to dictate the 1st round. I'm saying that because, as I'm going to scroll through and let you guys get a look at who went where, because somebody's going to want Mariota. He's a very fundamentally sound player with some great athleticism. Yes, he'll have a learning curve, but I think if you give him some time, it'll work out for you. So I think with the Titans, I know they declined the Browns declined their trade for 12 and 19 and a 2nd round pick. They were asking us for a little bit too much. So if the Titans, they can't work out a trade, and they take, let's say, Leonard Williams. The Jaguars then are in position to trade with somebody else, which I think they will be very willing to do if they're not in love with somebody at the number 3 overall pick. So that, like I said, that dictates the majority of that round. So let's go ahead and see who's on the board here. And Todd Gurley is available on the board. Running back at the University of Georgia. We have a huge running back need, and I'm going to go ahead and just pull the trigger on that. Man, if that were to happen and we came out of the 1st round with Vic Beasley and the first 2 rounds with Vic Beasley and Todd Gurley, could not be much happier with that. That would be a dream scenario in my opinion. You get the workhorse running back that they desperately need to complement with Toby Gerhart and Denard Robinson, and you get the pass rusher to just round out your defense. Denard Robinson was pretty solid in some games last year. I'm going to show you guys what happened in the 2nd round. But he's not that go-to guy. He's a good running back, not a great one. He's a good change of pace type of guy. Toby Gerhart, a massive, massive disappointment. Really wasn't happy with him overall. I know he was banged up a little bit, but it's just not what you expected. Maybe he can be good in some situations, and we'll see what goes on with that. So here, we definitely either need a corner, a safety, or a wide receiver. Sammy Coates available. Philip Dorsett. I think they'll go Philip Dorsett here. I think you need that guy to play in the slot with a ton of speed, and just give Blake Bortles another weapon. So I think we go wide receiver here. We're going to draft Philip Dorsett, wide receiver out of Miami. But yeah, Toby Gerhart, not a great pick, or not pick up. Hopefully he proves me wrong though with a full year of being healthy. Now with Philip Dorsett, the Jaguars have Allen Robinson, who I think will be Blake Bortles' #1 go-to guy. They're going to have Marquise Lee back playing one slot. Philip Dorsett would fit into another. Then Allen Hurns as a deep threat, along with Julius Thomas. Blake Bortles will have some weapons. Philip Dorsett definitely a burner. Have a lot of speed in those slots with Lee, and Philip Dorsett liked him a lot. He rose up draft boards a lot after the combine as well. When he ran like 4.35, I believe, as I'm giving you guys another look at the 3rd round. Here you go. And let's move on to the 4th round. Here, I think we're going safety, or we're going with an interior lineman. So let's see who's available on the board. And let's see. Safety. Get the guy out of Sanford. And I think we'll have to go. Let's see who's available at safety at this point in time. I like James Sample. I think we'll go with him. I like Geathers as well. I think he'll be available in the next round. So I think we'll go Geathers 5th round. And in this round, I think, let's see. I think maybe we go, let's look available at corner. And here are the corners that are available. Not too big on that at that point in the draft. Let's just see who's the best available on the board overall. And, let's see. Marcus Golden, that would be another good pick to beef up that defensive line and get some pass rush. But I think we can get Geathers at this point in the draft. I think we'll go with Geathers. I liked him a lot as a safety. I think he's a little bit underrated. UCF has been putting a lot of talent out in the NFL. I think he'll be ready to play. The Jaguars could definitely use some depth in that secondary, especially like at the safety spot. Cyprian, we're going to need a big year out of him. And we'll see how he performs. He's been up and down the past couple of years, but definitely showing some signs. But he definitely needs to show his potential full force now. Like, it's not time to make excuses about being young anymore. You got to step up to the maximum of your potential. So Geathers is definitely a pick to provide depth, if anything. So here's a look. Garrett Grayson going to New York Jets. That would be interesting. And there you go. That's your 4th round. Moving on to the 5th round. Here, I think we're going interior lineman on either offensive or defensive side. Defensive end, let's see who's available. And let's look at the outside defense tackles. And then let's look at the cornerbacks and see who is available. Let's go Charles Gaines. I liked him. I know people have questions about his ability to stop the run. But he's a playmaker out there at corner. Louisville had some good DBs this past year. I think that would be a solid pick. Back-to-back picks to help out that secondary. I think that'll be rounded out pretty well. So through 5 rounds, this is a very, very, very solid draft. We have Vic Beasley to come off the edge. Todd Gurley, my opinion, #1 running back in this draft. Maybe 1A, 1B with Melvin Gordon. Philip Dorsett, a good receiver to help you out in the run game. Charles Gaines, another guy to help you out in the secondary along with Geathers. Pretty solid, you have to ask me. So there we go. We're going to round out the 5th round. Moving on to the 6th round. I think here we just go defensive line. So I'm going to take the best defensive line available when it's our pick. And here we go. And I think we go defensive tackle at this point in the draft. And we'll just take the #1 guy off the board in Christian Covington. Haven't watched too much on him, but if he's #1 guy available on that defensive line, this is more of a depth thing than anything. You rotate guys in and out. Ensign Derek Marks at that spot is out for the first. He might be ready for week 1, but he's definitely not going to be able to go full force week 1, I don't think. So you definitely need some depth there. I think that would help going. And it's a high value pick in round 6? Yeah, round 6. So I think that's a good pick at that point in time. So we've gone defense, 3 straight picks. With the next pick, maybe we pick another wide receiver. If not, an offensive lineman for sure to wrap up our draft in the 7th round. And here we are. We wrapped up the 6th round. Here you go. You can see it real quick. And let's go to the 7th round and wrap out our draft. And then I'll give you guys a full review of it. So we're on the board now. And here are the top players available. Here's a guard out of West Virginia. We'll go ahead and take him. Give us some offensive line depth. Some guys to rotate in and out. Give us some overall depth. And here we are wrapping out the NFL draft. Here is our 7 picks. Let me know what you would grade these picks. If you're the Jacksonville Jaguars, how it fits to the team needs. and what you just think about these overall. I don't think Todd Gurley is going to fall that far. Maybe here you go, if you go running back, maybe you get a guy like Abdullah, Duke Johnson, maybe Jay Ajayi. If you go wide receiver, maybe Doyle Green Beckham, Brashad Perriman, something like that. And in the third round, maybe get a DB, maybe PJ Williams. He probably won't fall that far. I don't know. But here overall is here's the whole like draft summary, and you can just see who everybody picked where, and you have like your full breakdown of everybody who went where, and then you go back up to the top, and you can see your picks, and you see here your team needs, and you can see what you did for your team needs overall, and there you go. You can see what we did, and that's it. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me know what you grade my mock draft, and I'll link this down in the description if you want to make your own. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Like the video, and follow me on Twitter at Cooper FCSN. I hope you'll have a good rest of your day. It's Cooper signing out.